if you're a fan of my channel or maybe you just stumbled across me, you have to understand this. I love Xbox, and even though it comes across as me complaining a lot, honestly, the reason why I complain is because I want Xbox to stick around. And as someone who called a lot of the things that happened years ago, right, and you can check my videos, when Xbox started putting games day and date on PC, I said it's going to really drive down console sales, and console sales have been down. Like across the board. It's not some kind of magical thing. It literally happened. And it's really unfortunate. And it coincides with them going day and date on PC. Now, outside of that, I said, if they do this, that, or the other thing, it could lead to the potential end of Xbox. And people wanted to dismiss me a lot of the times, right? Like, I get it. Crazy crap gamer, right? He doesn't know what he's talking about. But to be honest with you, think about this for a second. How often do you guys look at this and go, listen, we're gonna get rid of the Xbox hardware? Like, doesn't it seem like Microsoft a lot of times is setting themselves up for this? I would honestly be kind of looking forward to seeing what's up at the end of the day. But this is something that I thought was interesting from Windows Central, and it's from Jez Gordon, and I implore you guys to check out his article because it's talking about the Pandora's box. Xbox and Microsoft are playing with fire here. First of all, when you start putting your first-party exclusives on another platform, it devalues your platform because it's only going one way. Despite what crazy rumors people want to start, like, PlayStation games aren't going to start magically appearing on Xbox consoles. It doesn't work like that. And at the end of the day, I think Phil Spencer knows that. So, when Phil Spencer's out there talking about, PC stores on Xbox, I think he's really kind of talking out of his ass, right? And that's what this article kind of gets into. It starts talking about how they opened Pandora's box. Following rumors and speculation, Microsoft revealed that it's going to bring Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Pentiment, and Hi-Fi Rush to PlayStation, indeed, ending decades of console gaming tradition. Microsoft's increased support of PlayStation's ecosystem will inject more cash into the Microsoft gaming operation, but it also insisted that its initial experiment will only involve those 4 games. But given how Grounded and Sea of Thieves have been riding high on the PlayStation Store, it's pretty fair to assume that even more Xbox games will come to PlayStation in the future. Halo, Forza, Gears of War, Starfield, we have no real idea if anything is off the table, which begs the question, how will Xbox differentiate and drive interest in the next generation without the promise of exclusive games? So Microsoft has in touch internally kind of discussed this with its teams, that the next Xbox will represent a big technological leap in the generation. Game Pass will continue to be a good value, but again, if PlayStation's getting everything and you're a person that only really wants to play a couple things, you're not really losing out on much by going with PlayStation. So in a recent interview, kind of a salty Phil Spencer hinted that he wants to see PC storefronts available on Xbox. This would be a huge departure from established console doctrine, which suggests that closed ecosystems subsidize comparatively cheaper hardware. So basically what that means is you pay for this box, right? And the reason why this box is cheap, right? Like, let's make no mistake. I know PC gamers and everybody wants to make fun of Xbox, but an Xbox Series X or a PS5 are really expensive hardware that they put into this cheaper box because they expect to make money back on microtransactions, game sales, subscription services, and things like that. That's how you make things back. But here's the problem. Are we still going to have to pay to play online? So console hardware is subsidized heavily by these services. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo sell consoles at a very slim profit margin and sometimes even loss by making up through, microtransactions, subscription services, game sales, and things like that. In any case, one of Microsoft's most profitable innovations was the creation of Xbox Live, complete with this monthly subscription Gold, now Game Pass Core, which gives you access to multiplayer services, exclusive discounts, and a small pool of older games that you play at your leisure for $10 per month. Xbox Game Pass Core continues to generate enormous amounts of revenue for the Xbox platform, and removing it overnight could eat a huge chunk out of the profitability of Xbox consoles in general. So again, if Microsoft opened up the Steam or Xbox or Epic Store or whatever, would they still require Xbox Live Gold to play on those storefronts? Because they all don't charge to play online on their respective platforms on PC. I can't imagine that Microsoft would paywall Steam. How the hell would you do that? How would you make that seem okay, right? So again, will the hardware end up being more expensive to be more profitable? Is that going to drive up prices? That's something that you really have to worry about. It would be an indeed odd universe if you could play Call of Duty, Fallout 76, or Sea of Thieves premium multiplayer experiences for free on your console, but need to pay a subscription to play it via Xbox. Furthermore, how these experiences sit side by side in the first place. Also, how does this avoid degrading your console experiences? Sticking with Call of Duty and other multiplayer games in the future Xbox console, how will Microsoft reconcile the multiplayer pools between these separate game versions? On Steam, games like Call of Duty, Overwatch, etc. often have anti-cheat layers installed on top of them to prevent hackers with mixed success. They also expect keyboard and mouse inputs and often have aim assist disabled. Some games are more peripheral aware than others. However, Microsoft and other platform holders have showed a near total inability to detect hacking tools like XIM, which again, I don't really think that's as big of a problem though. Let's see. Furthermore, if Xbox is now offering Steam versions of identical Xbox games complete with free multiplayer, that could negatively impact matchmaking needs on Xbox consoles. Already, the setting to disable crossplay between console and PC is so obscure on Xbox that the fact that crossplay is enabled by default has degraded the console pool on competitive players. So basically, you can't disable crossplay on most games on Xbox, right? There's not a big enough pool to play that way, so it would degrade it even more, and you'd be stuck playing against PC players who, with no aim assist, where they could use hacks and cheats and things like that. So it would really be a bad thing. Also, this other part would be would developers still support Xbox Store versions that sit side by side with Steam? With putting games on Steam and Epic Game Stores on Xbox, it will, of course, bring a lot of benefits, of course, according to him. Games that have historically skipped Xbox or whatever. But I think the games that skip Xbox, like a lot of them, like the PC games in particular, aren't exactly games that console gamers want. If it is truly an open system, Microsoft can't force developers to offer their games on the Xbox Store in exchange for availability on Steam. Furthermore, Steam and Xbox Store versions of games often have different price points, different sales events, different launch dates, and more. Steam sales are well known. Get 100 games for $5 or whatever. All of this begs really important questions, in my opinion. Like, how can you do that, and how could Xbox possibly survive doing something like that? I know people want to believe everything that Phil Spencer says, but he has lied a lot, and why would anybody put it past him to honestly lie or get people to talk about something else besides Xbox games going to other platforms, right? Like, to me, it does sound like he was maybe just trying to get people to think of that something else, anything else than that. So, I would love your guys' thoughts and opinions. Like I said, I will link this. You guys can check it. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.